We are preparing for and getting ready to support individuals that may be impacted, be it the jobs, be it individual workers or the businesses. So starting from workers is if there are any workers out there that are laid off or dislocated from their job and they want to file for unemployment benefits, they go to the Texas Workforce Commission website and file for those unemployment benefits. And it is asking them to identify if they are laid off as a result of a disaster, and the COVID-19 emergency is listed as one of those events. So they can be tracked as being impacted specifically by this. And if so, they've already stated on that website that there is an expedited process for them to get benefits within an expedited process of 2 to 4 weeks. If that is shortened for any other actions taken up by Congress or by the state, then we will communicate that to them as well. But as of right now, they can identify as being impacted by this event, and there is an expedited timeline for them to be able to get their unemployment benefits. We don't have yet any other regulations or changes in the regulations for other impacted individuals like those on SNAP or TANF benefits. We are hearing and trying to follow the actions by the Senate and then ultimately funneled through the state as to whether there will be any exemptions to the requirements that they have for job searching or for being enrolled in school, etc. That's what we're expecting and hoping for, that there are exemptions that make it easier for people to go through that burden, but we haven't gotten that official rule as of right now. So we're anticipating that. We're ready to inform the public when that those final rules are sent down. I do want to also say that we've worked with HHSC, which is the Health and Human Services Center agency, and they are allowing for alternative ways for individuals on those programs to obtain their mandatory orientation into those programs. So there are certain requirements, and HHSC is allowing for alternative methods for that. They are helping us offloading and providing a lot of that orientation and information to those individuals, which is a huge help. Normally they would have to come into our centers and do that, and so now we are kind of helping one another out and shifting the workload amongst the agencies, which is a big help. We have we have been in touch with our clients, letting them know that they don't necessarily have to come to our centers to get our services. We're preparing to move a lot of those things online, so that is in the works. As far as for employers, we're already getting calls from employers asking like what to do if they have to lay off or dislocate employees. We're giving them the information that we know as of right now. So we're letting them know that if employees have to file for unemployment, that they can do so and they can identify this event. And then we're also in touch and trying to help and communicate to other employers that may need temporary employees. We don't know what industry that may be yet, and whether that'll be the case here. But if we have one set of industries that are having to lay off employees, perhaps there's going to be a need on another industry that we can temporarily fill for. So we're seeing in other parts of the state, as an example, a lot of offices and companies are looking for temporary additional cleaning services as just one example. So, perhaps some individuals in one service industry can be temporarily hired in another service industry. So that's what we're following and looking at, and we're trying to prepare employers for that catch on one side and support on another, if that makes sense. It's the Texas Workforce Commission. It's a long email address. I believe it's twc.state.tx.us. That's the Central Texas Workforce Commission website, and there is a link there that folks can file for unemployment benefits. We've done everything that we could to ensure that our staff is ready, whether they are working at the centers, which they continue to do, or if we have to provide more services remotely, we're prepared to do that. But we do know that there's going to be like an influx and an uptick in our activity in response to the community. So if folks want to follow us online on our social media pages or on our website, or they can also call, and we will just keep them as informed as possible based on the information that comes down the pipe.